There, it's me, Veronica Drake, and this is your weekly Divine Download. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I crave change. I'm constantly looking into my own life, evolving things, moving things, whether they're physical things, emotional things, spiritual things. I'm constantly moving and changing. I feel like there's always hidden parts to ourselves that when we're willing to embrace and step into change that we get to see. Now, the divine download has always come from the angelic realm, the spirit world, and that's not going to change because that's just the way it is. But what is going to change is the way I'm going to deliver it to you. Now, you may remember me saying that I got rid of all my oracle cards, and I did, because I felt like there was something that needed to change with regard to the energy of who I was when I purchased all of those decks. And so I have recently gone out and begun to purchase decks that are in a space and feel right for who I have become. Now, what I want to say is this. These messages from the angels, these divine downloads, may seem generic in a sense, but here's how the angels have showed me to help personalize it for you. And it is involving you in the process. So, I've got 3 different decks of oracle cards. You can see they're all look different. And I have shuffled them several times and gone through the process of blessing them, just as I will offer you a blessing so that you can come to a space and a place to recognize the message that is in your highest and greatest good. What one person hears, another may not. So here's how we're going to make it even more personal. I'm going to pull 3 cards from these decks, okay? And I'm going to say 1, 2, and 3. What I want you to do right now is I want you to place your hand on your heart. I'm going to put all the cards on my heart. I want you to put your hand on your heart. I want you to put your mind on your heart. And I want you to ask Source, your higher self, whomever you talk to, your angels, is it 1, 2, or 3 that you will most need to hear? Take a moment. Come up with your number. Now set the intention that whatever message 1, 2, or 3 holds is going to be unique for you and is going to bring you the awareness and the enlightenment that you have been craving and longing for to bring about the change that you know is most needed in your life. Now, I am going to randomly, I don't know if I can show you this, but I'm going to randomly pick out the cards. I'm not going to look, I'm just going to feel guided. So have you chosen card 1? Okay, so there's card 1. I'll lay it face down. So I have 1. And, or maybe you've chosen card 2, which I will lay down. There's card 2. I seem to be losing myself here. Or have you chosen card 3? Okay. Card 3. And I'm using my guidance, my intuitive guidance, to choose the card. Okay, so I have the cards. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the guidebook. I'm just going to turn the card over. I'm going to hold it for a few minutes in my space, in my energy field. I'm going to call the angels in, and I'm going to ask them to just translate through me what the card is all about. So, have you chosen 1, 2, or 3? Here is card number 1. And card number 1 is potential. So what this card is offering all of you that chose it, number 1, is the potential in the possibilities. And the possibilities come because you think big. If you are someone who has a dream inside of you. You can see it. You almost feel like it's right there, but yet, boom, you hit a wall. The angels are here to tell you that it's time to think bigger. The way through the obstacle that is standing between you and the possibility is a thought. It's all about the power of thinking bigger, the power of potential, the power of possibility. Also, there is something very significant with the color blue as it comes to this potential, this possibility. And what they're showing me with that is, well, it's all about speaking your truth. It's all about relieving what you feel in here. What happens in here comes up and then it gets stuck right there. It's all about speaking your truth. So that's if you chose card number 1. Now, have you chosen card number 2? Let's put card number 2 on our hearts. Let's set our intention to hear the message that is absolutely most relevant for us in this time. This is the card. And it is all about wandering. It's all about being lost. It's all about not being able to find yourself, to find a path, to find a direction. And as a result, you have become like this, a deer in headlight. This card, the Traveler, is reminding you just to move, to start, to pick a direction. You don't have to see the entire path. You don't have to see each step. All you have to do is take a direction. If you are struggling to care for yourself physically because you don't know what to do and you're conflicted with information that's out there, take a moment and ask your gut, what does it need? Because your gut is your second brain, and your second brain is the intuition inside of you. And your intuition will tell you what it needs. It needs you to back off. It needs you to get down and be silent. It needs you to go meet with this person. It needs you to choose this course. Your gut is the source that you're looking for to direct you to the path that is the one that will serve your highest and greatest good. Pretty interesting. Now, what you're going to do, not take these words at face value, but you're going to hear them. And what's going to happen, or what I would suggest should happen, is that you should pull them out further. Don't just hear my words and go, oh, that's it. I want you to take these words and I want you to put them in your subconscious mind, in your heart, and in your gut. And I want you to get a deep message. Most of you, when I tell you to get a message, you'll write 1 or 2 lines. And maybe that's cool for now, but you need to revisit it. Intuition, it can be, or angelic guidance can be quick, and it can be a flash, and maybe it's 1 word. But if you're looking to go deeper, you've got to participate. This is called action. And this is the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect. You must be willing to participate in your own angelic guidance. Okay? So for those of you that chose card number 3, here it is. Card number 3. Card number 3. Here it is. Ideas are running like crazy through your mind. You are pregnant with possibility and creativity. If you feel like you've been lethargic lately, or maybe even physically achy, it's because there's an idea waiting to be born. think about it like this. Your idea has been in the gestation period. You've been feeling it and feeling it. Just like if you were pregnant, it's taken all of this time and it's brought itself an awareness of itself inside of you. And now you're feeling uncomfortable because your due date is here. The gestation period is over. It's time for you to give birth. First you conceived it, then you carried it, and now you birth it. The conception of it probably came because it's natural to you. You don't even probably realize what it is. You carried it being a pang, an idea, a feeling, something that you dreamed about, and now it's time to give birth. The time is now. And giving birth requires space, stillness, and movement. Now, while these are three very different cards, and you may be at a different space with each one of these cards, what you probably noticed is there is a common theme. Now, the fact that these are three different cards and they were all mushed together in one gigantic pack, and the fact that these three messages, potential, new direction, and birthing creativity, the process of your new potential comes because you stepped on a new path, you took a new direction, and as a result, new opportunities opened up, and your creativity was flowing, and you were able to bring to life something that you've longed for. Is that a romance? Is it a job? Is it wellness? I don't know what it is for you, but take each one of these messages and remember that you are pregnant with possibility. The potential lies on the path that you choose, and you have free will. Now, I don't know about you, but I loved these messages. And I'm going to say to you, there's no coincidence that I got what I got, because this is totally for me. And so I'm going to just leave you with that. I almost feel like I'm speechless. So until next time, I want you to make sure to check out veronicadrake.com, because right after this video, I'm going to be making a mini free video that introduces you to your angelic realm, to understand them in a way that, well, maybe you haven't understood them before. So I've got to record it, and then I'm going to post it on my site, veronicadrake.com.